Hello dear kids, welcome to Educational Hub. Today we are going to see the lesson number 3 from your English textbook Standard 5. Okay, now we'll see the explanation line wise. Okay, it is important to be a good listener. When you are learning a language or when you are dealing with other people. Now what they are telling, it is very important to be a good listener. But when it is important when you are learning something new. Okay, not only a language. If you are learning something new in the class, wherever you go, right, you have to pay attention to that particular person, what that particular person tries to convey the message to you, right? If you are dealing with other people also, if you are communicating other people also, that time also you need to be a good listener, right? Then, are you a good listener? You can find it out with the help of following questions. Now they are asking you a question, right? That are you a good listener? You can able to find out with the help of this following question, right? So we'll see the questions one by one. Okay, so what is the first question over here? When you are listening to someone, do you look at the person or do you turn your head away or toy with something else? Now here you have to ask this question to yourself, right? What is the question? When you are listening to somebody, right, you are looking to that person or you are turning your head here and there, okay, or toy with something else. Toy means you are playing with something else, right? You are not paying attention to that particular person. If you are doing all these things, that means you are not a good listener, right? And if you are not doing this, that means you are a good listener, right? Good listeners look at the speakers, right? See what they are telling. Always remember, kids, good listeners always look at the speaker. Always look at the person who is explaining to them, right? Then the second question is, do you pay attention to what the speaker is saying? If this answer is yes, then you are a good listener. If no, then you are not a good listener. You always need to pay attention, your full attention towards the speaker. A good listener pay close attention to the speaker, right? Then the third question, do you make any special effort to understand the speaker? Here are some of the things that will help you to understand the speaker better. Okay, now many times what happens now, if someone is explaining something to you, right, but many times 2-3 points from the speaker you won't understand properly, right? So in that case, do you take any extra effort from your side to get to know what speaker is telling you or explaining you something, right? Means from your side, have you taken any effort? If yes, then you are a good listener. Okay, now here are some of the things that will help you to understand the speaker better. So what are these things or what are these points? We will look one by one. If you hear some new or unfamiliar words, try to guess their meaning from the context. Okay, many times in day-to-day life also, kids, we have encountered a new words, right, which we doesn't know. Okay, which we doesn't know. That means if you doesn't know something, right, so you have to find out the meaning or you have to guess the meaning of that particular word, right? So this is a good sign of a listener. Next, you can try to guess what the speaker will say next. Now next thing is you always try to guess what exactly next step is of your speaker, right? Then try to keep listening even when you feel that you do not understand the speaker, or even when you disagree with the speaker. Now, this is the best quality of the listener, that even if you don't understand anything, some point of time in the lecture also, in the class also, you feel that you are not understanding what your teacher is telling you, what your teacher is explaining you, right? In that moment of time also, you need to pay attention, pay attention to your teacher, and tries to understand what she or he wants to tell you, right? Or even when you disagree with the speaker, even if you disagree with your teacher's opinion or any teacher speaks, so you still need to pay attention towards it. Wait for the speakers to finish what he wants to say. Sometimes what happens now, speaker or a teacher tries to explain you with the different examples, right? And what is the mindset of that teacher, you doesn't know. So once he or she finishes her lesson or the lecture, then only you will be understanding what is her mindset and the message from that lecture, right? So have patience and wait till the speaker finishes his lesson. Then you can get your doubts clarified by asking polite questions. Now, once your teacher finishes the lesson or the speak, okay, you can ask your doubts or clarify your doubts only after the lesson, okay, after the lecture, not in between. You should not interrupt your speaker in between, right? Let he or she finish her lesson, then only you will be able to understand, and then you will be able to ask the question. Do not feel shy or afraid to ask questions. If you do not understand what is being said, put your questions to the speaker politely, right? Many times in the classroom also, kids, you are afraid to ask questions to your teacher. Many of the content or the lesson or a topic you didn't understand, right? But the thing is, you are not open up and you are not raising your hand and ask the teacher that, teacher, I don't understand this certain topic, you please repeat it, or you please clarify my doubt. So please do not behave in a such a way that it will create the problem in future for you, right? If you have any question, politely go to your teacher, politely go to your speaker and ask your question, okay? Next point, sometimes it helps to note down important words or points even as you listen. So as your teacher is explaining you the lesson in the class, it's very important to make a note, okay? It's very important. As teacher is explaining you, giving different examples, okay? In the lecture also, she is giving you, or she is encounter different words to you, right? So it is very good habit that you are making a notes for yourself, okay? Afterwards it is beneficial to you only. When the exam comes, you need to just refer the notes and that's it, right? So this is very important point, that sometimes it helps to note down the important words or points even as you listen. Lastly, it also helps to keep thinking about what you heard. You may grasp the meaning of a difficult word or a phrase later on, okay? As you are learning, my dear kids, you need to update yourself each and every time. Every day you are learning new words, new phrases, right? And it is a big challenge in front of you that you have to use that phrases in your day-to-day life too, right? So as you're noting down your phrases, new words, you can make the use of that new word into your day-to-day life and improve your vocabulary using a listening skill, right? So this is the end of this lesson. Hope you have understood this lesson. If you have any query, my dear kids, please do comment. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video to your friend. Thank you. Bye bye. This is Ketki signing off.